Some development teams went from 800 euros a month on AI tools to 8,000. Same teams, same work. I have been building software for years, and I love what AI has changed in the industry. Faster iteration, less boilerplate, more time on hard problems. But the days of the cheap AI tools are over. A free ride is ending. We got to use pay almost nothing, and now whole industry is waking up to how much AI actually costs. What's changed? Why switching tools won't fix it? How to stop tokenmaxxing and start optimizing for price to performance? I will touch all these questions in this video from leadership perspective for now. But I am promising that the hands-on playbook comes in the next videos. Until recently, companies like Microsoft, Anthropic, and Google absorb massive losses on the AI inference to build market dominance. Developers got to use to unlimited AI usage at fixed prices. It starts in 2021 with GitHub Copilot with flat subscriptions. Microsoft held out the longest. They were the last major provider still on the flat pricing, but it changed this June 2026. Even they switched to pay per token. That was last domino. According to public reports, I found two examples what happened when usage-based billing hits unprepared organizations. Uber deployed cloud code to roughly 5,000 engineers. Usage was so aggressive that their entire 2026 annual AI budget was exhausted by April in 4 months. Microsoft ordered cancellation of most Anthropic licenses by the end of the June because internal cloud code usage became too costly. They forced engineers back to their own GitHub Copilot CLI. They are not small companies with small budgets. This is what I call tokenmaxxing at scale. Every developer defaulting to the most expensive model for every task. No context discipline, no model routing, nothing more. Now, first instinct managers have is, let's find cheaper provider. But this doesn't work, and I will explain why. The fundamental cost GPU computer per token is nearly identical across all providers. The only difference is how they control your consumption. There are two models and their mixture which we can observe right now on the market. First one, pay as you go, no hard limits. You will work without interruption, then you get the build for actual usage. Result, unpredictable invoices and budget overruns. And second approach is throttling. It's hard spending caps. Once reached, the developers is blocked. Result, wasting the salaries. Engineers sitting idle waiting for limit resets. Both paths cost you the same money. Pay as you go, charge you an infrastructure budget, throttling charge you in the payroll budget. Either way, you will pay. So, what actually helps? The answer isn't cheaper tool. It's what engineers have always done, constantly improving their ways of working to maximizing business outcome. The tokenmaxxing, it's like using the most expensive model with maximum context for every task. It's like driving Formula 1 car to buy groceries. Price to performance means using AI on every task, but picking the right model and in the right scope. And to be clear, the goal is not to use AI less. Every developer should be using AI. The goal is to stop tokenmaxxing and start thinking about price to performance. For teams like ones which I opened this speech, usage-based billing express their real consumption very fast. But the gap between tokenmaxxing and smart usage is often 60 to 80%. No new tool, no new platform migration, just behavior change. So, what helps? So first one is context discipline. Specific prompt with file path and small scope. Stop dumping your entire code base into every prompt. The second thing, right model for the right job. Mid-tier models like Sonnet often handles most everyday tasks at the friction of the cost of the Opus. Use the expensive model only after the cheaper ones actually fails. And here is uncomfortable question for the leadership. If the developer consume the €1,000 in the tokens this month, can you prove that their shipped code generate more than that in the business value? Most leaders can't answer that today. And no dashboard will answer it for them. The usage metric like lines of code, you can generate a million lines of the code with zero business value. Nobody knows the added value of the task better than the engineer doing it. So the instinct is to add control. Team budgets, alerts at 50 or 80%, fair enough. That gives you cost control. But governance is handbrake, not steering wheel. It prevents surprises. It won't move your organization forward. The giants you are looking for, more value, less waste, don't lie in another alert. They lie in how your engineers use AI. That's AI literacy. And that's where the real works begin. So what should you do this quarter? You should audit your current AI tool spend and set up team-level visibility. Give developers access to their own usage, not to control them, but help them to see where they can improve. Second thing which you can do is set mid-tier model as a default. This alone can cut costs by roughly 40 to 60%. Last thing which you should do is invest in developer AI literacy, context discipline, model selection, and knowing when your IDE does the job better than AI. The real work is AI literacy, building judgment in your teams. I want to end with the engineering perspective, because nothing fundamentally changed in how we work. We moved to the higher abstraction layer, that's it. The work is still 3 steps: plan, execute, review. AI let us just run more of those steps or loops faster. That's the real value, faster iteration cycles. And here is fair warning. We've talked mostly about the costs, and we have to. The free ride at the start made us forget that there was the cost. That creates habits and which we are paying for now. Paying for what we use or see as normal. What we face now isn't crisis. It's a return to the old school engineering, thinking about every aspect that makes your products better, cost included. Don't lose the bigger picture. This whole shift is about added value, better outcomes. The difference isn't tool. It is in the judgment, building the judgment in your teams, and the cost will follow. Thank you for watching.